All right, Kylie, thank you, and welcome back to Bloomington. We are in the Mill, which is part of the Trades District, just a stone's throw away from the heart of downtown Bloomington, part of Bloomington's innovation ecosystem, if you will. And the site earlier this week of the launch of Amplify Bloomington, a civic platform designed to connect community and, in many ways, redefine the economy around innovation and collaboration. And Bloomington believes it is taking an innovative approach to solving the housing challenge facing so many communities around the state. Hopewell is a city-led neighborhood redevelopment project transforming the former IU Health Bloomington Hospital site into a mixed-use, mixed-income community with housing, public spaces, and other amenities. Rather than private developers, the city is driving this project, which is envisioned as a mix of single-family homes, townhomes, and multifamily units. There could ultimately be hundreds of units when complete. But city planners stress it is about more than housing. It is about building a downtown neighborhood that can help to drive population increase.
It has a wonderful connection to park spaces. We have a couple of grocery stores nearby. We have healthcare options not too far away. It's proximal to downtown. If you're an active person, it's walkable to campus. So the location itself really will drive a lot of what the neighborhood can be.
Well, certainly housing options, quality of life, all very important when it comes to talent attraction, which communities all over the state are trying to do. One of the measurables when it comes to the Amplify Bloomington initiative is driving the number of graduates from Indiana University that stay here in Bloomington. In fact, a goal is to retain 250 or more high-skilled graduates annually in the city. So how do you do it? It is a question that cities and towns all over Indiana are wrestling with. And for some answers, I'm pleased to be joined by Ravi Bhatt. Ravi is the CEO of Folia, a company doing great things here in Bloomington, also chair of the Amplify Bloomington board. And Ravi, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Gary.
First of all, give me a thumbnail description, because your company, Folia, is doing some great things.
Yeah, what Folia is up to. So Folia serves regulated industry customers. So think large law firms, government agencies, large financial services institutions like some of the large commercial banks. And most of the senior professionals in those organizations do a lot of insight capture. Think about making annotations in big gnarly documents. We provide an end-to-end secure framework for capturing that information and turning it into retainable knowledge.
When you look at what is here now and what you want to accomplish with Amplify Bloomington, how does that translate into getting more IU graduates to stay here, to attract more talent to Bloomington?
I think for Indiana and Bloomington in specific, it's not just that this is an amazing place to start a career or expand a business or build a huge team doing R&D. It's also a great place to live. Indiana University has a new level of, let's say, fight and investment and a willingness to make large bets. That's new. Certainly a world-class football program that put itself on the national stage helps a lot. We're seeing Cook Group and other large employers make big investments in this community. And then, you have hard assets here that are finally being activated. There's a regional airport here that has great bones. We're very close to the Indianapolis airport. We have the Crane, research facility not too far from us. So I think a lot of those stars are aligning, but mostly what it is it's an attitudinal difference. I think there's a lot of excitement now to work together to push towards something bigger and better.
Ravi Bhatt, Folia, but also chairman of the board at Amplify Bloomington. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Bloomington is still buzzing after IU football's Cinderella run to a first ever national championship.
That's where he won the Heisman Trophy.
What a call by Kurt Signetti.
It's really tough not to rewatch highlights from this game. The Hoosiers ending their season undefeated, 16-0, beating the Miami Hurricanes in Miami to claim the top prize in college football. And I recently sat down with longtime sports journalist Mike DeCourcy of the Big Ten Network, Sporting News, to get his take on IU's unexpected rise to the top.
If you put the right pieces in the right places and they believe and they execute what is being asked of them, then you can do great things.
Who? Boo, John!
I did a piece subsequent to the championship where I ranked it as the biggest, the most remarkable, astonishing sports story of my career, without a doubt.
Mike DeCourcy also weighed in on the NIL and transfer portal's impact on college sports. And you can hear my conversation with him on the next Business and Beyond podcast, which launches Monday.